Welcome to part 68 of Tales of the Abyss. Sorry about the black screen there.
We took a detour into the void.
For about 2 seconds, yeah. Noelle kind of took a wrong turn, but we're back!
Oh, sure, blame the pilot.
Hey, she is the one piloting the Albior, so...
She got distracted by Anna's playing cards.
Somehow.
You want to see my card collection? No!
Yeah, like, at this point, I'm like, yeah, I need to rest up, because I almost died. I did a little bit of off-screen grinding, not for levels, but for money, because,
If you did my method, you would not be broke right now.
I'm not broke, I just don't have as much money as I should at this point.
You broke bastard.
I'm not broke. I always have somebody equipped with the Saphira, because there's no reason not to. What I've been doing with this playthrough is I just give Jade the Saphira because he shouldn't be getting hit anyway because he's the spellcaster. So why not have him be the one giving me double gold? It's a win-win.
Money for everyone.
Why the hell not? I mean, I could just sell off all my food. See, I did that. I screwed up and I sold all my food, which made me unable to do certain side quests already. So at this point, I'm just like, if I miss on some side quests, I'm just not going to care anymore because otherwise I'm going to drag this LP out longer than it already is. And unless it's something super important, I'm not going to worry too much about it.
Natalia confirmed to be a creeper.
I mean, there's this, there's that guy in Ketterberg that wants you to give him money to build his mansion thing, and as far as I know, there's no cutoff point for that. And building up 500,000 gold, or no, not 500,000. It's like 100,000, but it's a lot of money. And at this point, for me to actually do that, I'd have to just ignore buying anything.
We heard the report that you were heading straight for the core. Yeah, we Sparta kicked Zinked into it. That's what happened.
Yes, we did. Sync stood no chance.
Nobody liked him anyway.
Like, I'm one of the god generals. Yeah, you want to know who gave me more trouble than you? Ligretta. And what does she use? Guns.
What do you got?
Well, he punches things. And uses magic.
I can punch stuff. Good for you. Punch.
Punch. He can punch things and use magic. I mean, he's not a pushover by any means. It's just compared to Ligretta, he was kind of a wimp. Because Ligretta actually succeeded in killing a few of my characters a couple of times.
I just Sparta kicked them off. When I played this, I literally had the mental image of my entire team just Sparta kicking Sync off the ship just so we can get a move on with everything.
Thanks.
That sounds about right.
Get the hell off my tolerance!
Alright. The rest of you, please wait here.
Well, there's more to it than that. But oh yeah, and also, Tyr's kind of sick, so we have to figure out what's going on with her.
She's cancer-free. Wait.
Like, well, that was a fast medical exam. They're like, that doesn't usually take like 7 seconds, but I know it's a video game, so it has to run through it quick.
Tears blood.
I would like if they went in here and be like, "Wait, this is a dentist? Oh crap! We went to the wrong doctor."
And here we go, making inappropriate comments over a very, very serious scene at this point. But oh well, that's the way our commentary style goes.
It's just here.
That poison.
It's just the main. It's just the.
You said it yourself. You don't care.
It's primarily 7th phonons that have accumulated.
She's still important to the plot.
You've already showed your disdain for Tyr already half this part.
I don't have disdain for her. I just think
They are weakening her internal organs.
she's just.
Yeah, you've already heard it.
For the majority of the game, she's been kind of bland in terms of personality. That doesn't make her a bad character. It's just that they took a while to actually, give her a character.
miasma flows into Tyr from the passage ring?
I mean, you can say that she's the tsundere of the group, but that's still kind of lackluster in character development. I know there's more to her than that. I'm not trying to shortchange her in any way. But...
AKA, she's boring.
Can't you cure it? I use the seventh phone on
So basically what's going on is the more times we go, every time we go lower one of the outer lands, more miasma gets, Tyr absorbs miasma,
Could you give us a
and
little more detail?
it's contaminated her to the point where she's actually legit dying
Let's
now.
split up here.
You know, I read that, and it's like, can't you cure it? And I'm like, yeah, sure, let me get my magic wand out that cures everything. Stupid.
Or can't you cure it like how they did in the Middle Ages? What, throw leeches on her? No.
Yeah, that
That's
doesn't sound fun, does it?
That does not work. That didn't actually cure people, that just killed them faster.
It's fix the problem.
It didn't really. And here's the game. I would say they're forcing the shipping between Luke and Tyr at this exact point, but by this point, the game already drove it home that they are supposed to be this game's couple. So
Did you hear about me?
if you're saying they're shoving it down your throat now, where have you been the last
The seventh
50
phonons
parts?
in me are contaminated. Maybe
They
Lorelai's
shove it down your
contaminated
throat
too.
like they what? They shove it down your throat like they would shove
Don't talk to me
applesauce
like
down your throat.
everything's normal.
Are you worried about me?
I mean, to be fair, they
Of course.
weren't nearly as in your face about it as most other, like, I don't know,
Grace is F.
Lloyd and
Grace is
Colette.
F.
The
Grace
passage
is
rings
F.
are limited.
Grace is
Well,
F.
that took shipping to a whole new level. We're not even going to get into that.
That took shipping and made it DLC.
I'm sorry.
Why?
That's my point. That's why it wouldn't it was yeah, we get Asbel and Sharia, but then they go on and do it with everyone. Okay, that's fine. Everyone's happy. That's all good.
Well, actually, I take that back. They made shipping into an unlockable mode for some reason. Stupid. Anyway.
My uncle and Emperor Peony have both agreed to help. I can't tell
I
everyone
mean-
to stop now after all this.
You idiot.
This scene right here is
What's
kind
with
of
that
awkward.
face?
I'm not gonna
What you're
lie.
saying
I get
is
what they're
right.
trying to convey here
If you really had
about
told
how
me to stop,
Tyr
I'd
is
have
so
lost all respect for you.
anti-emotional that she
Thank you.
doesn't even
I was right to
she
believe
doesn't
in you.
even show that she's sad about the fact that she's kind of dying of
What?
whatever this game considers
Can I
cancer.
just say something? Can I just say that I'm kind of sick of that trope in most games?
Say you were at least a little scared or
What, the
sad
person
or
that goes,
something.
"No, I'm fine," even though there's clearly something wrong
Well,
with me?
not just that, just the
It's
way
not an act.
the way they portray people as having, oh, they're completely emotionless. Like, how do you become emotionless? That's not even possible.
No, I'm
I
staying
wouldn't
right here.
in Tyr's case,
You'd
she's
have
the
you'd have
tsundere.
to have no nervous system whatsoever to have no
Then
emotion.
I'll turn around.
People say no emotion when what they really mean is tsundere, where it's a character that does have legit emotions, but doesn't want to show it in front of people because they want to be the big strong person.
Yeah,
and,
I'm just
not-
saying when you try to do it
Thank
that
you.
way, it doesn't work
Please
because
take care.
it's
Don't
technically
push yourself.
impossible.
No, I
Now we get back
completely
to
understand.
lowering the land.
And I understand why you don't care for tsundere kind of characters, because I will admit that character trope is done to death way too much in JRPGs in
And
general.
before you
to the point where
guys
it's
say
just-
anything, yes, I
Might
know,
see
I
absorption
realize
and
my favorite
radiation.
character is Sundre, but they do it in a funny way, so I don't
The
care.
absorption gate and the radiation gate.
It's not even just it's JRP. It's a JRPG trope in general. So you can't even. We're not even bashing Tales for it. It's just a trope in general that sometimes if it's not done well, it just doesn't feel right. I'll give Abyss the benefit of the doubt of it's still it does work
There are
for Tyr
researchers from Yulia
because they
City
don't
here.
they don't shove it down your throat.
Let's ask them about the locations of the passage rings.
This particular part right here is her just realizing
Are you really
that
okay,
she
Tyr?
should show her emotions more often. And
Yes, the medicine's
that's how
working.
character
I
development
don't
should
feel
work,
any
is that
pain.
she should
I'm
realize
fine.
it's not a bad thing to tell people that she's afraid. It's perfectly normal. And I'm okay with how they did it with this game. Granted, it's extreme because they're like, oh, you're kind of dying right now.
Oh, by the way, you're dying. Oh, that's cool.
No, what I mean is for this game, like, it's kind of extreme to go like, well, to make her finally break down, we're gonna just have her say, by the way, I'm dying, and that's why I'm actually gonna start showing emotions now. It's like, that's fine and all, but like, did you really have to go that far?
I wish I could tell
Like,
to
you could have
stop,
had her
but
show more emotion without
sorry.
forcing the fact that she's gonna die on us.
All
The
right.
the better way to do it was
Do
be
you
like
know where the
they
passage
was
rings
have
are?
like the as you
going to
progress
perform the
that
lowering
stone
procedure,
wall
right?
cracks as you go along. Is
The only ones we've
That's
Yeah,
what I was
that's what
trying to.
that's
That's what I was
trying
trying
to
to. It's like
Yeah, and I agree. Like, I think what
That
they're
one,
doing was a little too
I
much
heard the
too
6
fast.
generals were
They could
gravely
have had
injured
her
by monsters when they were
gradually
there on duty.
become like that by talking about how
dangerous
she's
place.
how
I
she's
think we should
scared to
save it
fight
for
against
last.
Van because she doesn't want to fight her own
I
brother.
agree.
That would make
Even
more
people
sense,
who
and
know
then
I
it
rarely
then
approach
at this
that
point
problem.
would be when she finally breaks down.
Okay.
But
then let's
considering
have
they
the
don't really
Ventura
show
highlights
that very
first.
much, it kind of feels rushed.
We'll track
That's
down
all
the
I'm saying.
location of the
I
remaining
mean,
Sephiroth
Sheena does
and
something
Dami.
similar, except
Take
that's
care.
Yeah,
it's done
it's
more.
not
In,
done
it's done more in
badly.
a
It's ju-
comical way because it's hard to take the scene
Yeah.
seriously because nobody has realistic proportions in that one. So
True. Like I said, it's not done badly. I'm not bashing the game for it. I just think they could now, so that the rest of the game makes more sense.
you need to die so that Nintendo can be popular
not that
again.
way, but yeah, I know.
You know what I mean.
And it's also the fact like they do that, and then and then like 3 seconds later, oh, it's done now. It's like they had the whole like they just like completely gloss over that fact. Yeah, basically
By the
that's
way,
what
Dang,
they
oh,
do.
that's
I
cool.
mean, I get that they need to move the story along, but that doesn't like this is a pretty big character development scene for Tyr. You don't just do it in 10 seconds and then just move on.
It's like, you like look to the
To be
side,
fair,
keep
I
tapping
think
and
that
tapping his
to,
watch.
to the game's defense, I know that it's a game, so they need to get the story moving, and I think the anime puts more time into that because they have the time to do that. But
I'm sorry, but every time I get, I'm sorry, but every time I see them trying to do some character development for Tyr, it always looks like Tyr's looking to the side. She sees Pac-Man tapping his watch, and
I
like,
don't
oh,
know
crap,
about
yes, be
that.
off.
But anyway, I just want to bring the point across
Boss
that I
man's
have
mad.
nothing against Tyr. I just feel that this particular point in the game felt a little bit rushed. That's all. Nothing wrong with it. It just feels like it could have done a little bit better. Anyway, since we pretty much
Every
since
single
we've
machine is here
successfully
shaped like a
padded
tuba.
out like 12 minutes of this talking about the same thing. Well, we spent 13 minutes learning about the
here
fact that
doing
Tyr is
nothing.
dying and that she doesn't. Well,
They
there's
could
that,
just
and
said
then
that.
also-
But maybe that's just me.
Maybe.
Maybe it's just me
I mean,
wanting.
I wouldn't
things
say that.
rushed.
I think it's more like, I think you have a good point of like, we get it, and it didn't need to get dragged on that long, but I think it lasted long enough that it's not too overbearing.
Mezin's working well. Oh, you fat
well, see,
freaking
now we're
fibber.
back to now we're back to this trope of two people know something's wrong, but they're like, well, we're not gonna tell anybody else because then it'll make them worry, kind of thing. And that is something that I will agree with Muiji on. That it's very, very old. They do this with every Tales game, and I get why they do it because it's effective, but there's a point where effective becomes just repetitive. They did it with Symphonia.
Didn't like it then.
They do it with Vesperia.
Didn't like it then.
I'm positive they do it with
Didn't like
they
it
do
then.
it with Graces on an hourly basis almost. They do it with
That drove me
Zestiria
up the
1
freaking
and
wall.
2. Or Zillia, I'm sorry.
I mean Zelia one.
They probably do it in Zest. They probably do it in
Actually,
Zestiria,
with
too. I
Zelia, you
can't
can
really-
actually to correct you. In Zelia 2,
Right.
you
And,
have the
let
option
me
to do
rephrase
it, but
that.
you don't
I'm
have
not
to
hating
do
on
it.
Zestiria, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like that in Zestiria as well. I wouldn't be mad at it. I would just be expecting it. That's all. Oh yeah, this is kind of awkward.
Meanwhile, the Albior just shrunk.
Not only is it awkward to control, it's also
All right, who put
Not
in the
only is it
all right, who
awkward
put the
to-
poison mushroom in the
to
engine?
view where you're going. It's also awkward to control this.
By the way, I actually brought the Tartarus into this segment, and we're gonna go at the very end here. And something really awkward happened that if you go further,
Well, it's 'cause
the
the Tartarus
Tartarus will
isn't
actually
supposed to
clip
fit in
through
there.
that. It's actually it'll clip through. The Tartarus actually clipped through the beach segment there, and that was freaking hilarious. It looked like it was getting ready to run on water. It looked like it was getting ready to just collide with everything.
Hope we don't run into it again.
It looked like a
At this
giant
point, I
battering
think we'd
ram.
be able to take said monster, but if you don't want to deal with him, that's fine with me.
Sealed with the Gothic seal, just like the others. Let's look for it.
Why would you
I think I
want to?
kicked, like,
Unless you, why
I
would you
don't
want
know,
to
why
do
did
that
you
unless
take
you
on
have
the
something to
behemoth?
prove?
Exactly.
Because
Also,
I
this
felt
can
like
be.
it.
Yeah, what
I
little
wanted
experience
I wanted the
did get first
experience.
time
Dang
you
it!
get to him. Anyway, this can be kind of like.
No, I didn't fight him. I thought I exited the temple and went back in and kicked
Anyway,
the crap out of him. He
you
wasn't
can
that strong at
very
all.
easily get yourself lost here if you don't go straight to the door.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way.
Oh, hi, Lagretta.
Oh, by the way, you dropped this.
Too slow.
You're too slow. What are you doing, kicking in
I
air?
do like this.
Trying to
where
swat a
they show
fly.
Lagretta actually trying to fight outside of a battle, but
Tyr, stop
it
this foolishness. Commandant Grants is worried
It
about
looked like
you.
she did. I'm sorry. She didn't even kick. She didn't even kick anything. It looked like
I
she
also
just
want to
swatted
point
a
out
fly.
that Tyr's text bubble said "You all are the fools," and she only says "You are the fool."
Is
She
this
says
world
"You are the
really
fools." Like,
worth giving your own
did you
life to
misread
save?
that, or is it a mistranslation? I don't know.
I'm sure you've
I
heard
mean,
the truth.
I get what they're trying to convey here with that. Is like
Politicians
they're trying to
controlled
fight
by the
Lagretta, and
sword,
they're
using
showing
it
up.
for their
Oh,
own
she actually is
ends,
fast. Like
just as
we already
Grant
knew
said.
that. We know that's her gimmick.
Then join
Yeah,
us.
I know.
We showed that.
Commandant
Like
will spare
they
you
showed that
any
on-
It's like
survivor
whoop-de-doo.
of
it's like
Meanwhile,
they showed.
Commandant Senpai will help
We
everything.
know that you're dying. Like,
Replaced entirely with
like
replicas.
Van will save you. Like, how the hell is Van gonna save me?
What's wrong with the land and people we have now?
I mean, seriously, Lagretta.
They will never
You think we're
Hey, you'll be
stupid?
saved. You're not. It's like you'll be. No, it's like we make a replica. The cancer won't be there anymore.
That's just evil.
I agree.
I mean, kind
it's
of like
funny
like
to
that
think
scene,
about.
right?
Because that's Homer.
It
Because
is.
that's Homer. That's Homer
Like right
Simpson
there, like
logic.
when,
I'm sorry.
like when Luke and Jade went to attack her, like they go and like you see them strike in slow motion and have her run away.
That
Like
was it. That
like,
thing was the
you
seventh
could just
phone
instead of
stone.
having her run, just do DBZ style and have her teleport out of the way.
Apparently, she didn't
Just
come
do it.
here to fight.
Like we know she's.
Oh, by the way, I
fast.
gotta go.
Just
Phone stone.
go the extra mile, make her teleport. I mean, it's not like this game's realism.
When
It's
I
not
was
like
a
this
kid,
game's
Van
trying to
took
be
me to see it
realistic in the
once.
first place.
In Hog? That's the first
At least
I've
not
heard of
pseudo.
that.
At least not super realistic.
Van said it was in a secret place. Its location passed down within the Fende family.
Nah.
Fende was one
I'm
of the
sorry.
secret stages of
That just looked.
Anyway,
really
they're
poorly
also
animated.
talking about how the fact that Van apparently found the seventh phone stone, which is supposed to be the last part of the score that nobody's ever heard of, that nobody's ever read before.
Told me. I don't have any proof though.
What if he just? What if he just at his office and left underneath
Well,
a bunch of papers that he stacked on the
a
floor?
bit
Like,
much.
oh, there it is.
Julia would be guarding the seventh phone stone. The seventh phone stone
No,
was
just think
sealed
about
into the
it.
core along with Hod.
What if he did? What if it was just
Saw
buried
it
under his
going into the
office?
core. That was the seventh phone
It's
stone.
like, oh well, that happened.
Apparently
How'd that-
it's-
Oh, how did that
apparently
get
it's
there?
buried under Hod.
Then when Hod was destroyed, it could have
I'm
sunk
sorry.
into the liquefied land.
Stop ruining my
The game
funny.
itself is doing that by going, hey, maybe it's there. Like, so maybe we'll go there eventually. I mean, we've only been mentioning Hod
Pan
every
knows the
25 minutes in this game,
Pan-
so obviously it's
To
important.
lower them slowly so people don't get hurt. Yeah, you're right.
Van used the seventh Spawn Stone to make his own DeLorean to go back to the future.
But we're in the future. It's
Right, it'll be in the
2015.
distant
Where is
future.
that? I'm not gonna do that because everyone's already made that joke. Like everyone's already asked that question. Where is my self-lacing shoes? Where are my
Right.
hoverboards? Like, did you honestly think we were gonna have hoverboards now?
This is the place.
There's no sign of Master Van being here.
Yeah,
Go
they,
ahead, Ion.
no, it's like Van went to the year
great!
20XX.
Now X will never be made. Oh no, that would be 20. That'd be 21XX.
Wait, isn't it? Actually, I just remember. Isn't there a
yes,
boss
there
coming
is.
up?
Thank you. I'm sorry.
It's a very easy boss though, so don't worry too much.
I have the original's abilities, but not his strength.
And I heard that you can actually power it down
yes,
if
you
you
can,
go explore the place a
but-
little bit.
Right.
That's kind of
It's a
hard.
strange
Like,
feeling.
one, they don't really make it very obvious for you to be able to do that, and two, you don't need to do it anyway.
I think Ash is angry about it, but I'm serious.
It's very similar to the end of Symphonia, where you can power down Mythos by fighting those three enemies. Which honestly, I didn't realize that did that. I just always fought those things because I thought you had
said
to.
you weren't going to talk like that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop putting yourself down.
I actually kind of forgot about that during
But
my
you
final
fought all three of
finale
those
run.
guys.
I did fight all three of those guys, but I forgot
Like, they're
completely
just
forgot
kinda
what their
there.
role
Like,
was.
apparently they power down. Apparently, if you don't kill those things, Mythos is stronger. But I don't see it. I didn't either. I even fought him on
I didn't
Mania
see a
mode, and
difference.
I still kicked his ass.
Bonk. Hey, bonk. Stop that.
Anyway,
Not dead, lol. not
God dang it.
not dead, lol. Dr. Wily time.
So what do you think of the 6 God Generals as villains? I didn't actually get a chance to ask you that. Now that we know all 6 of them.
Like Greta,
Alright.
piece of wood. Arietta, why are you here? Just, why are you not shown more?
Goddamn.
Largo, meat shield.
Ash. Ash just
Literally
exists
here.
to
Wow. I didn't expect to see foam machines like these in a place like
I thought that was Sync.
he just exists.
Why the hell do you
Oh yeah, Sync,
I-
not here.
I have to agree. Like I think I mentioned this before when we fought Sync, but
Living in
out of all
Timberwolves
the God
opened my eyes
Generals,
to the
Sync
wonders of
seems
phonic
the most
technology.
useless because it really kind of feels like they. I mean, they do give him character development. Don't get me wrong.
No, I have a better description for Sync. Sync, I have fist.
I like Sync's like reason for being evil, but it just feels
He's like a little kid.
meh. It doesn't make him bad. It just feels
Whatever.
meh.
Women just don't get
That's
it.
all.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Guy, when you say that, that's when you know you have
Well,
a
it's
problem.
no different from
I'm just saying.
from Rain freaking being excited for ruins.
There's a save. Huh,
Well,
there's
it's
a
not a
save
healing
point
save
here.
point.
I wonder what's coming up.
It's not a healing save point, at least.
Huh?
No, but that's
No,
what I'm
not-
saying.
not
Like,
all
at least
bosses
it's
give
not
you
a healing save point, but so it's not being super obvious.
No, I said. It's like, a save point.
And
What's
like I said, at
coming
least
up,
they didn't
I
make it
wonder?
super obvious by giving you a healing save point.
You know, I should have said this when we got it before, but the new wings, I just realized it kind of looks like Charlie Brown's Red Baron whenever he flies. I'm just imagining Snoopy sitting on top of him,
dang
going like, "Eeeeer."
Yeah, stop being all depressed all the time. You're actually making Guy angry.
"You,
Okay.
hey, you, stop it."
Hey, cut
Stop
it
it.
out.
Okay. All right. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Okay.
Apparently now
Okay.
he's Peter Griffin.
All right.
You kind of sounded like Peter there.
Yeah. Why not? Sure,
No,
because
that
that joke
sounds-
came from Family Guy. That's why. They're doing a skit based off Passion of the Christ, and Peter was
okay.
dressed as Jesus, saying, "Stop it, stop that." It's like, okay,
See what
don't
I-
worry,
you see
it's
what I-
nothing.
see, that's what we're talking
yeah,
about.
Sure, sure. See, that's the kind of thing.
Yeah, and,
Yeah, see, that's
and
what I'm
to be
talking
fair,
about, man.
It's not just Tyr. I mean, I love Colette and all. She's my favorite character in Symphonia. But even I'll admit she did that way too much. Like,
Guilty as fuck.
stop pretending like nothing's wrong when obviously something's wrong. Just say it, please. Like, I
But I want
understand
everybody
you don't
to be
want people to worry,
happy-go-lucky.
but
Don't give me
dragging
that
it out
crap.
for 10 hours is not going to solve anything.
You know, I'm just gonna say right now,
I
I'd rather
completely
worry
agree.
than not know if something's
And
wrong.
again, it's
okay?
not necessarily the... I won't... I don't want to blame the character on it. It's more Namco's fault for using that trope over and over again.
Also, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this right now. This game is using the trope that the ancients had way better technology than what we have now.
And to be fair, every Tales game does this.
Yeah, I know, and,
I mean,
and that's
it-
and I'm like, that's technically
That
false.
theme
but
is in
whatever.
every Tales game ever of like ancient technology. That's like, there's always this ancient technology that's someone used in the past that's now apparently relevant thousands of years later. Like, okay, if it was,
I want a Tales game where you accidentally become the bad guy.
you kind of get that with Zillia too. Well, that's what I'm saying. You
I said
kind of get that with
accidentally,
Zillia
not on
too.
purpose.
Whoa, awesome! It's a mechanical doll!
Oh, you're so I'm fangasming.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's so awesome.
It attacks you.
Oh, it's totally not gonna punch me in the face.
I'm fine with Guy being overly eccentric about machinery.
It's probably here to maintain
Like I
its
said,
own
he's
machinery.
kind of like Rain.
You mean he's the one who maintains the passage ring?
No, I'm just saying this totally won't punch me in the face.
Well, he even said, like, it's not supposed to attack because it's not built for
Maybe
combat.
when there's a serious problem, this guy heads out to fix it.
Yeah, just
but
because it's
I
not
think
supposed
that's what
to
they're
attack
trying
doesn't mean
say.
it won't.
Working anyway.
Like, this guy's here to make sure the passage ring doesn't
Yeah.
break, but it still broke.
If
Well,
the Sephiroth
yeah,
going out
but
of control
like,
had
so
been
he
written on
failed.
the score, then perhaps
Well,
this
now you say,
mechanical
well,
doll
yeah,
was
so that means
programmed with
yeah,
how
that
to
means he's
deal
gonna
with
take his anger out on you.
I don't think he's.
Look at him, all twisty,
It does
twervy,
look
and everything.
fancy, I'll agree.
It looks like the passage ring is down below.
This must be an elevator.
Well,
Ding. First floor. First
elevator's not
floor.
dang it.
Gift shop.
god dang
Why
it.
is there a gift shop? What is that from?
Stairs or anything?
What kind of crap would they sell here?
Bone stones?
I don't see any.
Then I guess Guy
Why
and
not?
Jack have to work their magic.
Souvenir phone stones.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid my specialty.
They're not actual phone
Wouldn't surprise
stones. They're
me.
just built to look like the real thing.
Oh god,
You
no.
won't follow me.
Oh god, Sonic Adventure 2 all over again.
I just developed
Replace
Or- or
replace
maybe
seventh phone stone with
capacity
props.
phone machinery.
You look concerned.
No, I'm saying it's like Sonic Adventure 2 all over again. Just replace the seventh phone stone with something with like a
thought you could
replica.
trick
of
me
the
with
There's
that
no
fake
replacement.
with that fake stone, right?
It's like- it has the same-
because you just told me.
same- you just told me.
I love that line. Even Sonic's like, God damn it, Tails.
What? If we take his power supply, he'll stop working.
So anyway, in order to
Yeah,
get the passage ring to
that's the
work, we
only
have to
way.
we have to destroy that robot, and for some reason, Mew feels sorry for it.
I feel sorry for him.
Like, okay,
We don't have a choice.
It's a
There's no
robot.
other way.
It's like, I don't
Most
think it cares.
most robots don't
I mean,
have
it's gonna
feelings.
care
okay?
when we attack it, yeah.
It really.
Like you can do nothing,
not
but
going
then
to
nothing
care.
will but then we can't do anything. So, why not?
I'm gonna
So we got
stare
this
at it.
repair phone bot, and
I'm gonna-
Let's go.
I'm gonna stare at it. Jesus!
it's like it's the first attack that I do.
Dark
Suddenly I
laser
learn
cannon!
Light spear cannon. Sweet. I'm glad I did because light spear cannon is like my favorite art of all time. And now suddenly everyone's learning all this crap because I haven't been into a battle for a while.
like, not like first
Why
move it
not?
did, freaking laser out of nowhere. I'm like, fuck it! Like, yeah,
That's
laser!
great. Tear knows Revitalize, and now she's gonna spam the crap out of that, which wouldn't be a problem if it didn't cost too much TP. That means that
Yeah, laser!
that's the
Yeah,
first thing I'm gonna
fuck
do
yeah,
when I get
laser!
another capacity core is just make sure that Revitalize has a capacity core. I know. No, what
You
I'm
can
saying
turn
is,
it
like,
off
I
in the
want
middle
you
of
to-
a battle, you know.
Well, not a capacity core. I keep saying
Here,
capacity
laser!
core like that. It's you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Yeah.
I need to give her one of those stones that lowers TP cost, because otherwise Revitalize is gonna eat through her TP like mad, like it's doing right now. Also,
Yeah, that's what
also,
I've been doing
that guy's
too.
laser
Trying
attack
to
does
anyway.
shitloads of damage.
Laser!
Thank you,
Laser!
thank you, Jade. You saved me from having to you saved me from near death by using Mystic Cage there. Thank you.
Also, here's your hint that it's a boss because it looks like a
also a
freaking gun.
I didn't mean to
Why are you
taunt.
taunting? it honestly looked like Luke was shaking his butt at it, and
I
then it
didn't
just
mean
casted
to
its
taunt. I was trying to
stalagmite
get out
just
of the
to
way,
make
and
it
I
up.
pressed R2 by accident.
That's
Oh,
why I
well.
never taunt. I'm sorry. That's just what it looked like. Luke was trying to shake his butt at it, and then it just
Okay, now
counteracted with
it's also a
stalagmite.
Gundam, because Jesus, it just
Oh, wait!
well, not a Gundam, it's a Transformer, because it transformed into a plane and just bashed into us. Why not?
It's secretly Starscream.
Oh, Divine Saber, sweet. Nice job, Jade.
I'm noticing that
But
that
the
likes
upside
to
is that it
instacast a
does
lot of
make
things.
a lot of field of phonons, so yeah. That robot is like. Speaking of it's also a gun. That robot looks like it would fit very well in Ruby. Like I can picture Roman using a robot like that. No, it's just a giant
What, to make it
robot
fly
that's
everywhere?
a gun and just shoots at things. I mean, why not? He made
It's like,
that.
wee.
I mean, why not? They made that they made that robot suit that lasted an entire episode. Yeah, Paladin. That's what it is.
Paladin,
I mean,
robot
turn.
to be fair,
generator.
it worked out pretty well.
Right.
Like, yay!
Push the button! Push the button!
Luke,
I don't
I am
understand
your
that
father.
scene
Oh,
right
wait,
there. I
wrong-
don't know why
wrong line.
Luke just kind
Sorry.
of walks over to that robot and stares at it. Like, doesn't really make any sense.
He's probably looking to see if he can find his collar.
Anyways, now that we're done with that, we can go activate the passage ring, but we'll do that in the next part.
Maybe he was using it as a makeshift mirror.
You didn't
Oh,
need
so
to
that's how
use-
I cut my hair.